Welcome to Live a Supercharged Life, the podcast that ignites your energy and uplifts your spirit. This is your go-to space for navigating love, relationships, and personal growth.
Interesting.
A lot packed into that one sentence, huh?
It really is. You've got energy, spirit, love, relationships, personal growth, all kind of bundled together.
It's like they're saying those things are all connected somehow.
Right.
Like they all influence each other.
Exactly. So that's what we're going to deep dive into today.
Okay, sounds good.
So first things first, what even is a supercharged life?
Good question.
Like when you hear that phrase, what pops into your head?
Well, I think most people would probably think about like being super successful, you know?
Yeah, like crushing it in your career. Right. Or maybe having tons of energy to do all the things you want to do.
Traveling the world.
Yeah, all of that.
But it also mentions uplifting your spirit.
That's an interesting part.
Makes me think of like spirituality or religion or something.
Yeah, it could be that for some people.
But I feel like it could also be something else.
Definitely. I think it's about cultivating a positive mindset, focusing on the good, even when things are tough.
So like inner strength, resilience.
Yeah. And maybe even a sense of purpose, like you know why you're here and what you're meant to do.
Okay, so we've got energy, we've got spirit, and then it throws love and relationships into the mix.
Right. And that's where things get really interesting, I think.
Because relationships can be super challenging.
Totally. They can take a lot of work.
So how do they fit into this idea of a supercharged life?
Well, I think the statement is hinting at the idea that our internal state influences our relationships.
Like if we're feeling drained and exhausted, we're not going to be the best partner or friend.
Exactly. But if we're feeling energized and fulfilled in our own lives, then we can bring more to those relationships.
More love, more patience, more understanding.
Exactly.
Okay, this is starting to make sense.
That's all connected, right?
Right. So where does personal growth come in?
That's the key, I think.
Because it feels like personal growth is often seen as this separate thing.
Right, like something you do on your own time.
But maybe it's actually the foundation for everything else.
I think so. Personal growth is about becoming more self-aware, understanding your strengths and weaknesses, and working on those things.
So you're basically saying that by working on ourselves,
Yeah.
we create the conditions for better relationships, more energy, a more uplifted spirit.
Exactly. It all starts with us.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'm definitely feeling inspired,
Me too.
thinking about all the ways I could maybe supercharge my own life, you know?
Yeah, it's like a challenge.
A challenge to really examine those different areas.
Yeah.
Energy, spirit, love, relationships, personal growth,
And see how they're all playing out in our lives.
and how we can make adjustments to create that more fulfilling life.
And I think that's the real takeaway here. It's not about being perfect. It's about being intentional.
Yeah.
It's about making choices that align with our values and our vision for ourselves.
So if this statement were the tagline for your life, what would need to change to make it a reality?
That's the question, isn't it?
That's the question for all of us, I think. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
See you next time.
And until then, keep on supercharging your life. Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to be doing a deep dive on meditation.
Oh, yeah.
But not the kind
Nope.
where you're like, up in the Himalayas sitting in a cave.
Yeah.
This is about how you can use meditation to, supercharge your life,
Absolutely.
especially if you're just starting out.
Yeah.
So we're looking at meditation for beginners as our source material here.
And one of the things that I love about this source is how practical it is.
Right.
It debunks a lot of the common myths about meditation.
Yeah, like you have to completely empty your mind.
Right. Exactly.
Have you ever even been able to do that?
I mean, it's one of the biggest misconceptions about meditation.
Yeah.
It's not really about erasing your thoughts completely.
Okay.
It's more about learning to just observe them
Oh,
without judging them.
gotcha.
So, it's kind of like if you imagine like a rushing stream,
Yeah.
right? And you have all these thoughts kind of flowing by. You're not trying to stop the stream.
Yeah.
You're just kind of stepping back and observing it.
That makes a lot more sense than like trying to like dam up the entire river of thoughts in my head.
Exactly.
But is this something that takes years to learn how to do?
Well, that's another great thing about this source.
Okay.
It really emphasizes how accessible meditation can be.
Right.
It talks about the research of neuroscientist Amishi Jha.
I've heard that name.
Yeah, and she found that just 12 minutes of meditation,
12 minutes.
5 days a week, can really make a difference.
That's less time than I spend scrolling through Instagram.
Right.
So I'm already liking this.
Yeah.
But what's actually happening during those 12 minutes?
Well, so Jaha's research has shown that meditation can actually strengthen the neural pathways
Oh, wow.
that are associated with attention and focus.
So it's like a mental workout.
Yeah, you can think of it as kind of building up your mental muscle,
Gotcha.
training your brain to be more present
Yeah.
and less distracted.
Okay, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
So if we're not aiming for a completely blank mind, what are we actually trying to achieve through meditation?
It's really about cultivating mindfulness,
Okay.
which is the ability to just be present
Yeah.
and aware of your thoughts and feelings
Yeah,
and
aware.
sensations without getting swept away by them.
I see.
So instead of just kind of, operating on autopilot
Right.
and reacting habitually to everything,
Yeah.
you develop the capacity to actually choose how you respond.
So it's like an upgrade to your operating system.
Yeah, you could say that.
You're not just reacting,
Right,
you're responding.
exactly.
Very cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people think about meditation for its ability to, reduce stress.
Definitely.
Is that just a feeling, or is there actual science behind that?
There's definitely science to back that up.
Oh, good.
The source material actually cites research showing that meditation can significantly lower your levels of the stress hormone cortisol.
Cortisol, yeah.
So it's like hitting the brakes on your body's stress response.
Interesting.
And you know what's crazy? The source says that 60 to 80% of doctor visits are actually stress related.
That's a lot.
It's a huge number.
So, like, if we could get a handle on our stress
Yeah.
through things like meditation,
Right.
potentially we could be a lot healthier overall,
Absolutely.
right?
Yeah.
Are there benefits beyond just reducing stress, though?
Oh, yeah, there are a bunch.
Like what?
So the source mentions things like improved sleep quality,
Okay, I could use some of that.
reduced anxiety and depression symptoms,
Wow.
and even a boosted immune system.
It sounds like a magic bullet.
Right. It really does have a positive impact on both your mind and body.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
So if I'm just starting out,
Yeah.
do I need like a meditation room
Not at all.
with waterfalls and like incense?
No, you don't need anything fancy.
Okay.
The source really emphasizes that you can meditate pretty much anywhere.
Okay.
So it's more about finding a space that feels safe and inviting for you,
Right.
even if it's just a quiet corner in your living room.
That's good because I don't have a lot of extra space.
Right.
What would make a good meditation space?
Well, comfort's really important.
Okay.
So you might want to have some cushions
Yeah.
or blankets or maybe a supportive chair.
Okay.
And then minimizing distractions is also key.
Yeah.
So, put your phone on silent,
Right.
maybe dim the lights,
Gotcha.
and choose a spot that's relatively clutter-free.
Okay, so set the stage for calmness.
Exactly.
So anything else?
The source also suggests incorporating things that engage your senses in a soothing way.
Interesting.
So like soft lighting
Oh, yeah.
or a calming scent like lavender
Mm.
or even playing some nature sounds can help.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I'm imagining myself sitting there trying to meditate, and all I can think about is, you know what I have to do later today?
That's so normal.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that the source really emphasizes
Okay.
is that you shouldn't expect to have a perfectly quiet mind. And you shouldn't get discouraged when those thoughts pop up.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah, meditation's practice.
Right.
And it takes time and patience, just like anything else.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect to pick up a guitar and be amazing immediately.
Right.
You have to practice.
So what do you do when your mind starts to wander?
This source suggests just gently redirecting your attention
Oh.
back to your breath
Hey.
or to your chosen point of focus.
So not like swatting away the thoughts like flies?
Right. It's more about acknowledging them
Okay.
and then gently guiding your attention back
Got
to
it.
where you want it to be.
Okay, so that feels much more attainable
Yeah,
than, fighting with my own thoughts.
definitely.
Are there specific breathing techniques that can help?
Oh, yeah. There are a bunch of simple breathing techniques
Okay, give me the goods.
that are really helpful for beginners.
Yeah.
They basically give you an anchor for your attention,
Okay.
which helps you to stay present
Yeah.
and cultivate a sense of calm.
Okay, hit me with one.
Okay, well, one technique is diaphragmatic breathing,
I've heard of that.
which is also sometimes called belly breathing.
Belly breathing, yeah.
And that involves taking slow, deep breaths
Okay.
that expand your belly
Ooh.
rather than just your chest.
Instead of like breathing into your stomach.
Yeah, exactly. And so what this does is it activates the parasympathetic nervous system,
Okay.
which is responsible for calming your body down
Interesting.
and reducing stress.
Okay.
It's like switching from fight or flight
Right.
to rest and digest.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it's really helpful for anxiety or just everyday stress.
Yeah, okay, what are some of the other techniques?
Another one is the counting breath method.
Okay.
And this one is really simple but effective.
What do you do?
So you inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4.
Okay.
And just repeat that.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that rhythmic breathing can help to regulate your heart rate, calm your nervous system, and create a sense of focus.
So I'm counting and focusing at the same time.
Exactly.
Cool, yeah.
What else?
And then the third technique is natural breath observation.
Oh, interesting.
And this is basically just noticing your breath as it is
Yeah.
without trying to change it or control it.
Oh, I see.
It's about cultivating awareness
Okay.
and acceptance of your breath in its natural rhythm.
So just kind of like feeling it as it is.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Is meditation all about the breath, though?
Well, breath is a really common anchor in meditation,
Right.
but it's not the only one.
Okay.
The source also talks about body scan meditation.
What is that?
Well, it's a really interesting technique
Yeah.
where you systematically bring your awareness to different parts of your body,
Oh.
starting with your toes and slowly moving up.
So like a physical check-in?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
So you're basically taking a guided tour of your own body
Okay.
from the inside out.
That's cool.
So like I'm going through and I'm like, yep, left toe present, right toe present.
Right. And as you scan your body, you just notice any sensations that are
Oh,
present.
Yeah.
Like warmth or tingling or pressure or tension,
Gotcha.
but without judging them or trying to change them.
So just an awareness.
Exactly.
Okay, I like this.
Yeah.
So body scan meditation is often used for stress reduction,
Right.
pain management, improving body awareness.
Yeah, it's a practice that helps you connect to your physical sensations in
Right.
a really mindful and accepting way.
This is so much more to meditation than I thought.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It's not just about sitting in silence trying to clear your mind. There are all these different techniques
Right.
and applications.
That's one of the things I really like about this source material.
Me too.
Is that it really emphasizes that there's no one right way to meditate,
Exactly.
you know?
Yeah,
There's a whole world of exploration and discovery here,
definitely.
which I love.
Right. It's not just about the formal practice either.
What do you mean?
Like, it's not just about sitting down and meditating. It's really about bringing this sense of mindfulness into your everyday life.
We can like be mindful on the go.
Exactly.
So-
The source actually calls this informal practice.
Okay, so what does that look like?
Well, like, imagine, you're starting your day.
Yeah.
Instead of hitting the snooze button 5 times
Yeah.
and then rushing out the door,
Yeah.
you could try starting your day with a few conscious breaths.
Just take a moment to breathe.
Yeah, just be present in those first few moments
Okay.
and set a more intentional tone for the day.
That's a good idea. I usually just like bolt out of bed and I'm already stressed.
Right, and so you can bring mindfulness into those moments that are typically stressful.
Oh, like my commute.
Exactly.
I hate being stuck in traffic.
Well, instead of getting caught up in road rage,
Yeah.
you could use that time to practice mindful breathing.
Okay.
Or even try something like a loving kindness meditation.
What's loving kindness meditation?
So it's a practice where you cultivate feelings of love and compassion,
Oh,
starting with yourself,
okay.
and then extending those feelings outward to others.
So I'm sending good vibes to the other drivers.
Yeah.
Even the ones who cut me off.
It can be really helpful in those moments when you're feeling frustrated or impatient.
That's a good idea. I like that.
So it's like turning a potentially stressful situation into an opportunity to cultivate more positive emotions.
That's like a superpower.
You could say that.
So besides my commute and the start of my day,
Yeah.
where else can I be mindful?
Well, the source talks about mindful eating.
Okay.
So instead of just mindlessly scarfing down your food,
Which I do sometimes.
you can actually slow down,
Okay.
engage all your senses,
Ah,
and really savor each bite.
that's a good practice. I should try that.
It's about being fully present with the experience of nourishing your body.
So it's more than just fuel.
Right.
It's an experience.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
Yeah. And it can even help you appreciate your food more.
I bet.
This source also emphasizes taking mindful breaks throughout the day.
Oh, yeah.
Just a few moments to pause,
Okay.
reconnect with your breath,
Yeah.
and tune into your senses.
Like a little reset.
Exactly.
Especially if you have a busy work day.
Right, like even just taking 3 conscious breaths
Oh.
can make a big difference.
Simple, but effective.
Yeah, or you could try a quick body scan. Notice any areas of tension
Yeah.
and gently release them.
So just like a mini meditation.
Exactly.
Wow.
Even just a minute or 2 of mindful awareness can help you feel more grounded and centered.
These are great tips.
Yeah.
But, starting any new practice can be tough.
Definitely.
What about when, you're sitting there trying to meditate
Yeah.
and your mind is just racing?
That's totally normal.
Is it?
Yeah, it's one of the most common challenges that people face.
So what do I do?
The source reminds us that it's okay for thoughts to arise. The key is not to judge yourself for having those thoughts.
Don't beat myself up.
Exactly. Just acknowledge them
Uh-huh.
and gently redirect your attention back to your breath
Okay.
or your chosen point of focus.
Okay. I can do that.
It's about being kind to yourself.
Self-compassion.
Yeah, exactly.
What about when I'm just not feeling it?
You mean like you don't have the motivation to meditate?
Yeah, or I can't find the time.
Well, the source emphasizes consistency,
Right.
but it also encourages flexibility.
Okay.
So you don't have to aim for an hour-long meditation session every day.
Yeah, that's not happening.
You can start with just a few minutes
Okay.
and gradually increase the duration as you feel more comfortable.
So like baby steps.
Yeah, and if you miss a day or two,
Yeah.
don't beat yourself up about it.
Don't give up.
Exactly. Just get back to your practice when you can.
Okay. That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
How do I even choose a type of meditation?
Well, the source encourages you to experiment
Okay.
and see what resonates with you. Like if you like structure and guidance,
Yeah.
you could try a guided meditation.
Okay.
If you prefer something more traditional,
Yeah.
you could explore mantra meditation.
Mantra meditation.
Yeah, and if you like to move your body while you meditate,
Oh,
you could try walking meditation.
I like to move. So maybe that's for me.
Yeah,
There's so many options.
right, and there are tons of resources out there.
Like what?
Well, the source actually mentions John Kabat-Zinn,
Okay.
who's a scientist and professor who really helped bring mindfulness meditation to the mainstream.
Interesting.
He developed a program called mindfulness-based stress reduction.
MBSR. I've heard of that.
Yeah, and it's an 8-week program
Wow.
that combines mindfulness meditation, gentle yoga, and group discussion.
Okay.
And it's really designed to help people manage stress, anxiety, and pain.
Sounds pretty comprehensive.
It is, and it's been shown to have a lot of benefits.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where can I learn more about MBSR?
Well, John Kabat-Zinn has written several books.
Okay.
The Full Catastrophe Living.
Okay. And wherever you go, there you are.
I'll check those out.
Yeah. And you can also find information about MBSR programs online.
Oh, perfect.
They're often offered through hospitals' wellness centers
Okay.
or even online platforms.
Oh, nice.
The source also mentions some popular meditation apps
Oh, yeah, those are really popular.
like Headspace and Calm.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, they offer guided meditations on a variety of topics.
Yeah.
And they also have features for tracking your progress-setting reminders
Right.
and learning more about meditation.
So they're like a good starting point.
Yeah, they're really user-friendly and accessible.
Okay, I might have to download one of those.
And most of them offer free trials,
Oh, perfect.
so you can kind of try them out.
See if I like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
This is making me realize that meditation doesn't have to be this big, scary thing.
Me too.
It can be really simple.
Yeah.
And there's so much support out there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So it's really a gift you can give yourself.
To be more peaceful and present.
Exactly. And it can help you build resilience,
That's so important.
especially in the face of challenges.
Yeah.
And, it's not just about you either.
What do you mean?
Meditation can actually have a positive impact on your relationships with others.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a solo thing.
Well, it might seem solitary,
Right.
but it can actually give you the skills to create more fulfilling connections with other people.
That's cool. I want to hear more about that.
Yeah,
So meditation can actually make us better at relationships.
it can. It really can.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, the source material dives into how meditation can actually enhance our relationships.
Okay.
And one of the ways is by making us better listeners.
Oh, that's interesting. I'm a terrible listener sometimes.
Well, think about it. When you practice meditation,
Yeah.
you're cultivating this ability to focus your attention
Right.
and observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment.
Okay.
And you can apply that same skill set to listening. So instead of getting distracted by your own thoughts
Yeah.
or interrupting with your own opinions,
Which I do sometimes.
you can really tune in to what the other person is saying,
Right.
both verbally and non-verbally.
So I'm like really present in the conversation.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that kind of deep listening can really make a difference in your relationships.
Yeah, because everyone wants to feel heard.
Right, exactly. When someone feels truly heard and understood,
Yeah.
it creates this sense of safety and connection
Right.
that can really deepen the bond between two people.
That makes a lot of sense. But relationships aren't always easy.
Oh, definitely not.
There are arguments, disagreements,
Yeah.
conflicts.
Right.
Can meditation help with that too?
It can. The source suggests that meditation can help us develop greater emotional regulation,
Okay.
which is essential for handling conflict constructively.
So I'm not just like flying off the handle.
Exactly. Instead of reacting impulsively or defensively,
Yeah.
you learn to pause,
Okay.
observe your emotions,
Uh-huh.
and choose your responses more thoughtfully.
So it's like taking a beat
Yeah, you could say that.
before I react.
It's about creating space
Yeah.
between the stimulus and your response,
That's a good way to put it.
so you have more control over how you react.
Especially in those heated moments.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's helpful.
And that ability to regulate your emotions
Yeah.
is really crucial for healthy communication.
Right, because I can't just be like yelling at my partner.
Right, instead of blaming or attacking,
Yeah.
you can express your needs and concerns calmly and respectfully,
Even when I'm upset.
even when you're upset.
Okay.
Which can be really hard.
It is, but I can see how that would de-escalate things.
Right.
And lead to more productive conversations.
Exactly.
The source material also talks about how meditation can help us set healthier boundaries in relationships.
Yes, absolutely.
What does that look like in practice?
Well, meditation can help you develop a deeper understanding of your own needs and limits.
Okay.
And it can also increase your self-awareness. Right. So you can recognize when those boundaries are being crossed.
Yeah.
And then communicate them assertively,
Okay.
but also compassionately.
So it's not about like pushing people away.
Right. It's not about shutting people out.
Yeah.
It's about creating healthy boundaries
Right.
that allow for a more balanced and fulfilling relationship.
I like that.
Yeah.
So it's like honoring my needs
Right.
while still respecting the other person.
Exactly. It's about creating a space for both individuals to thrive.
I love that.
Yeah.
You know, as we're wrapping up this deep dive,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about how meditation is all about becoming aware of our thoughts
Right.
without judgment.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think our thoughts might reveal about our relationships if we started paying closer attention?
That's a great question.
It's like holding up a mirror to our own minds.
Yeah, and seeing how our thoughts and beliefs and patterns might be shaping our interactions with others.
Wow, that's deep.
It's an invitation to bring that same mindfulness, not just to our formal meditation practice,
Okay.
but to how we relate to the people in our lives.
That's a great takeaway.
Yeah,
Well, this has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
it has.
I feel like we've learned so much
Me too.
about meditation and how it can supercharge our lives
Absolutely.
and our relationships.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you want to learn more about living a supercharged life,
Yes.
check out our website and podcast channel.
We have tons of great resources.
And until next time,
Yes.
may you find peace, clarity, and connection
Yeah.
in all aspects of your life.
Absolutely.
So if you're looking for some amazing tips, some resources, some help with relationships, head over to liveasuperchargedlife.com. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.